Hello, Captain. Hello, Captain.
United colonies will not be held responsible for any harm you suffer by proceeding. Tolomon 2 is a biological exclusion zone. Nothing down there but terramorphs and UC soldiers keeping an eye on them. Best course of action is to leave while you're still able.
So you're eating at the Sage Brook? Is it just a quick snap from the Terror Brew?
scanned as you enter the city. Please keep. The scan is perfectly safe. Please keep moving. Please keep moving.
Star systems might actually kill me. Drink enough of it. But you know, it's cheap. So it's cheap. Silver linings, all that. You buy. You want a beer? You want a beer? You want a buddy to talk to? You want a therapy session or whatever? Or right back out that door. Down here. That's somehow different from other wars, maybe? That's what you're implying? Yeah. Well, don't. Yeah. All right. All right then.
What's wrong with you?
Tequila City has what we need. Hard to say. As I mentioned, I have no personal knowledge of this woman who runs the museum. I did take it upon myself to send correspondence explaining our predicament, but there has been no response. I do hope she will appreciate the situation and be sympathetic. If she is not, well, as an official representative of MAST, I could never condone or even suggest that theft was a viable option, but we're still having it, of course. Ah, but I get your meaning. Had I not explained that? Perhaps I wasn't clear. I have been rather agitated lately. Thanks to the large sample size of the data from my colleague, I can use a generative algorithm key to the unique DNA and structure of an individual specimen. I can run simulations to attempt to replicate the physical characteristics of this other tree, and from that derive an approximated audio profile of the tree's vibrations. Hopefully, our friend here will sense those vibrations, assume there is a suitable meat out there, and calm down, I suppose. If we don't succeed with this last effort, we may have no choice. I am not ready to give up just yet.
Working at the distribution center. Sure is rewarding.
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters available to you.
Go ahead.
restabilized.
Is there anything new showing?
No, it's the same as before. There's a massive output. Added. Then it harmonizes. Like it's waiting for the others.
That's speculation, but I think you're right. We need more. Here. You've earned this. Welcome to Constellation. As a full member this time. Well, if you ever find a relic bottle from Earth, we'll all be happy to share it with you. By the way, how would you like to keep traveling together? I'm not sitting behind my desk for this. These artifacts are a new chapter for Constellation, and I'm going to be out there for it. And I want you out there as well. You got results. I need someone like you watching my back. All right. We've got a few more leads we should talk about. First, there's an expedition that Samco has been putting together. It's in Freestar Collective Space, and he knows it inside and out. There's also the Eye, our star station in orbit. About time for you to meet Vladimir. He's been hard at work tracking down more anomalies. And last but not least, Noel. Have you heard anything from Barrett?
A courier from Argos Extractors came by to let us know they're packing up the operation on Vectera. But that's it. No other word.
That's not good. We should get over there and check on Barrett in person. Oh, that's right. He wasn't here when you first showed up. He should be back by now. I'll let him handle the introductions. If I steal his thunder, I'll never hear the end of it. His mind is always somewhere. There's no arguing his knack for being in the right place at the wrong time. Oh, too bad he couldn't see the artifacts coming together. But knowing him, he'll be so excited when he gets a look, it won't occur to him that he's missed anything. We maintain a star station in orbit above us. It's where we do all our deep space scanning. Vladimir runs the station. Brilliant astronomer. Years of practical experience. Maybe another time.
I am at your service, Captain. Now that you are a member of Constellation, I am at your service. No additional protocols necessary. Also, given the likelihood that you will be out in unsettled space, it might be beneficial to go over exploration outpost development, in case you ever need to build a base for field research. Captain, I will proceed to my assigned post. Captain, do you require my assistance? I will follow. Behind you.
I'll get back to what I was doing. You know where to find me. Hey, yeah, what is it?
You can thank Barrett for that. If he's still around to thank when this is all said and done. Honestly. He took this seriously before any of us. It was at his urging that we started doing deep space scans. I will admit, it was something of a shock to see Barrett taking anything seriously. I'm glad you're back. Let's get moving.
Should you require my presence in the future, you know where to find me.
It's been ages since Constellation has had someone new. I wonder what he's like.
Just go easy on him. Being interrogated by a kid. Ain't exactly the best way to make a first impression.
I'll limit it to the really important stuff.
This does not bode well. And you must be the latest poor fool to get dragged into our dysfunctional little family. Just a friendly jab. Small group like this. You learn more about everyone than you ever wanted to. Kind of all that family is in a way.
Like more than you'd ever want to know. Hello, kids are around people. Kuriko, by the way. Hi. Nice to meet anyone brave enough to fly the frontier.
Know a thing or two about spacecraft, do we?
Hey, don't spook our new friend. Frontier's a ship. Fine ship. Honest. Now, let's start business. Sarah tell you about the expedition? I feel the same. I always get antsy planet-side. The three of us are heading to Aquila. For a settled planet of the Freestar Collective, not coincidentally, the home of their capital, Aquila City. We'll land in the city spaceports, but the frontiers are goal. It's rough country. Spawned a lot of stories. And I got a lead on the tail that makes me think one thing. Artifact. Okay. We'll meet you on board your ship. Talk more when we get there. Once we land on Aquila, it's gonna be you and me. So if you want to do any freewheeling before then, Cora and I will just be riding passenger.
Got something for me? Yes. Have a look. Bye-bye.
que é essa? Ô, Eric. Que é?
presumed you must be onto something big. Did you find what you were looking for? I haven't been to London in many years. Why? Is there some way I could be of assistance? Were you able to recover what you were looking for? Good news then. So, what exactly are you doing here? Plenty still to be done. Defeating the Terramorphs. No. Now, what in the heavens? Something as ludicrous as that. That's quite the claim, Captain. I hate to think what would happen if such early unreached years of the cabinet. Perhaps I can convince you to keep this among us. You want to hear the words then? I did it. The Terramorph attacks on Tau City. New Atlantis. My doing. Years of coordination between my associate and I. Figuring out how to deploy the Lazarus plant's pollen outside of Londinian. Learning to synthesize it. Use it as a weapon. Now, being as clever as you are, I'm sure you have thoughts of why I might do such a thing. You can be more right. The attacks were a correction. When I discovered the plan, I did consider handing over what I'd found. But we were at war. And I couldn't risk information that dangerous falling into the wrong hands. So I ordered the bombing of the Londinian spaceport, fixing two problems at once. Halting the spread of the city's Terramorph outbreak, sealing away knowledge of the plant's potential. These were the final days of the colony war, Captain. The Freestar Collective had spies everywhere. I was concerned that if word got out, the collective could swoop down, start breeding Lazarus plants, and overrun our world with waves of Terramorphs. Just like what was happening on Londinian at that very moment. Sealing off the city to prevent mass death. It was the only option that made sense at the time. It's easy to judge now. In that moment, I wasn't about to add another dangerous variable to an already catastrophic war. But then, as the war ended, my trial, my execution. I made a decision. After all, I'd given everything for the colonies. My life as I knew it included. And what did I get in return? Was there any effort to protect my legacy? My daughter's legacy? No. We were sacrificed when all we did was serve. So I kept what I'd learned. Arranged the attacks to set things right again. My daughter. She becomes a hero. She becomes a hero. I become a trusted advisor. Having found Kaiser. The research team. And cement my new position of influence when I hand them the name of the person responsible for the attack on New Atlantis. The dear departed Dr. Reginald Orlais, the associate who waited me all these years, and whom I always slated to take the fall. What luck, he was stopped dead before he could hurt anyone else. His decades on the run were to an end by another unlikely hero. You. Can't remember the many lives you've taken. Orlais was the man whose death you brought about Etheria, pilot of the war. The man I had to eliminate to hide my secret. It wasn't easy. But the beauty of being low is that people will do whatever they can not to deal with you. They wanted to pretend I didn't exist. And so I used their blind eye to my advantage. Still, establishing a back channel to Orlais, recovery teams, painstaking work. I fled campaigns, less nerve-wracking. They believed they were luring in wanted criminals, but were in fact delivering precisely encoded slates, filled with anything visible to recipient. But their recipient dropped off at just the right moment, to the proper hands. All without the UC realizing you're actually dealing with. Slow work. But as you can see, ultimately effective. Why would I want to be in the people who control my very life? I don't know, Captain. Maybe I still dream of a life outside these walls someday. A new face would be needed, of course, but it wasn't an impossibility. Though now, I'm not so sure. There are no heroes without a villain. I simply arranged the opportunity for us to overcome one and become the other. And we all benefited. It's why I had Orlais reprogram Kaiser. Had that old machine guide you to where I found the plant all those years ago. I went to great lengths to ensure your Hadrian success. And look at the results. I know for a fact the cabinet's planning to honor both you and Adrian once this is all done. Isn't that preferable to languishing away in obscurity? Running jobs on the tail end of nowhere for the Vanguard, with only the vague hopes of perhaps earning the right to buy a home in the well someday. I'm simply looking for you to acknowledge the truth. And let's not forget our actual endgame. Eliminating the terror, securing knowledge of the Lazarus planet. What we've set in motion is going to protect thousands, maybe millions of lives. I'm simply requesting one more life be protected. Mine. I've already sent along the evidence of Orlais' attacks to the cabinet, leaving out my own involvement. All I ask is that you confirm as much to the cabinet. Tell them that it was Orlais alone. After all, I do still have a long list of branch to the UC. This needn't be the end of our good works together. And how many have you killed? How many have you killed to get where you are now? There are no great works that don't cost lives, Captain. Whether it's winning a war, or digging a tram tunnel, So we sacrificed a few dozen, possibly protect millions. That seems like a fair exchange to me. I only hope you'll see the same. And leave my name out of the discussions to come. Hunting down criminals, and other threats to the United Colonies. I expect they'll give me a bit more free range once this is all over. You would help me, like you did with Orlais. Track them down, and keep them from doing harm to the United Colonies. Possible though, if the cabinet learns I am the one responsible for the attacks. Well, I do hope your perspective in mind, Captain. We've done something great here. Let's not squander the opportunity to do more.
What can I help you with? Goodbye.
Perfect timing. We just got in. So on our end, good news. The microbe and the acyles are both as effective against heat leeches as they are against terramorphs.
Means either plan should work for clearing those critters off our worlds.
Considering what the Lazarus plant is capable of, I don't think we can deal with those things fast enough. I already sent along info to the cabinet to get them up to speed. So what about your end? Did you find anything? Did my father tell you what he knew about the Lazarus plant? I knew it. The second I heard that recording, I knew. Why? Did he say why he did it? It takes some deeply twisted logic to think anything did more harm to the Sanan name than him.
So you're telling us that the attack on New Atlantis was Victus' responsibility. Just like the dooming of Londinium. That's insane. All that. Just to help restore the family name. How did he ever think that was going to work?
Well, once we inform the cabinet, they can ensure he won't be able to do anything like this ever again. I'm sure he did. But he killed dozens of people. And I'm not about to let him get away with something like that. So I guess that gives us our final answer. Nothing left to do but head in and see what the cabinet thinks of it all. Unless there was more to discuss. This might be our last opportunity to talk things through before the cabinet weighs in on a decision regarding the terramorphs.
Microbe is going to make the cleanup a whole lot quicker. If we're concerned about this Lazarus plant getting deployed again, that's the way to go.
The cabinet can secure the Lazarus plant, and then we're not risking any surprises when it comes to dealing with a microbe.
You're being paranoid. You know the science. You know we can make this safe.
I do know the science. I also know math. And a 1 in a million chance of a mutation isn't zero. So I guess we're still in discussion. Probably best at this point to let the cabinet wait, see if they have a preference. They are. They are.
Microbe needed minimal adjustment to account for heat leech anatomy.
And the Aciles seem like they're even better at tracking leeches than morphs.
Hell of a sight to watch. When they catch them. Like an open airlock. Guzzling angry spaghetti.
Aciles aren't hostile to humans, but they are megafauna. If someone decides to pick a fight with one, it could get ugly. But they've already been spread far and wide once before when the UC was raising them as livestock, so the risk of introducing them to new worlds is minimal. Using them to clean up the terramorphs and leeches, though, it's not going to be nearly as expedient as the microbe would be. Given what we know now about the Lazarus plant, the speed of the job does matter. But going with the Aciles, we're at least dealing with known risks. It's hard to know. Unlike my father, the cabinet aren't butchers. But killing UC citizens, along with everything else he's done, is unforgivable. But if you're really that concerned, you could request they be lenient. They might be willing to spare him. And here we go.
Welcome back, all of you. I wish we were meeting under better circumstances. But according to Hadrian's report, and the second one I just received, it seems the terramorph attack on New Atlantis was no random occurrence, but a planned strike. Is what I'm reading here true? The second report claims the perpetrator as well. Did Reginald Orlays actually commit these attacks, Captain?
Orlays? It's true, ma'am. I heard the recording myself. My father figured out how to use terramorphs as weapons.
He did what? That's impossible. He doesn't have the kind of access.
Clearly, he made his own access, Chief Sarkin. Madam President, I have been saying for years that not dealing with that man was going to end in tragedy.
Enough! I hope everyone here understands that what has just been shared is a state secret of the highest order. This information does not leave this room. Now, that's quite the accusation you're leveling. Considering Francois Sinon has not left containment for the better part of 2 decades. You have evidence to back this up?
It transformed. A terramorph out of thin air. An invisible weapon. No planet would be safe.
Heavens help us. Is that actually him?
I'd know that voice anywhere. That's Francois.
He knew they could do this. And said nothing.
He's a sociopath. Plain and simple, ma'am.
Officer, please collect that recording.
Yes, ma'am. Begging your pardon, Captain.
Will, of course, be launching a full investigation into how this could have happened. Though I have little doubt that Admiral will be quick to share all he knows on the subject. Once confronted with that recording. Chief Yassine, can you send one of your interrogators to have a little chat with the Admiral?
I'll issue the order immediately.
Good. Combined with everything else you all have uncovered. Well, I don't think the United Colonies can thank you enough. We failed the people of the colonies by not dealing with Vevictus sooner. I intend to rectify that mistake immediately. I'm not sure I see why someone with UC blood on their hands would merit leniency. But I will note your request when the decision is made. Now, with our villain unmasked, we can attend to the other matters at hand. With the threads you've brought together here, the Lazarus plant, the attacks, the heat leeches. The three of you have likely spared thousands of lives. But it now falls to the cabinet to ensure this can never happen again. As such, the cabinet will be securing the Lazarus plant on Londinium. All materials related to the plant will be classified to ensure no one else learns its true nature.
A sound decision, Madam President.
Well, luckily the natural hostility of Londinium makes keeping out trespassers relatively easy. But we'll ensure its growth is contained. That access to the plant is only permitted via highly regulated clearances, and that our true presence on Londinium is increased. I'm glad you think so. So then, to our final topic. The cabinet has agreed to implement a plan that will deal with the Terramorph, and now also heat leech presence on human worlds. In fact, we've already begun enacting measures to check all UC ports and settlements for undiscovered nests. But we all understand this is only a partial solution. The project we're embarking on will be a long and difficult one. So our first step must be deciding how exactly this all will be handled.
Madam President, this microbe is clearly too much of a risk. The Aseles are the safer approach.
To someone with limited knowledge of biology, perhaps. The technology behind the microbe is solved science, Madam President. It isn't dangerous. Using it to wipe out the Terramorphs would be the quickest path to protecting humanity.
And fast results always lead to the best outcomes, don't they?
As you can see, there remains debate among the cabinet. We were hoping your group might issue a recommendation. Major?
We've been having similar debates ourselves, but the captain has yet to weigh in.
I see. Captain, I know this may not be your area of expertise, but we'd like to know your take on the matter. I believe we have a responsibility to do something, yes. Heavens forbid. Years from now, someone reopens the Pandora's box that VEM discovered. It falls to us to enact every measure required to ensure that day never comes.
I'm in full agreement. No need be delving into unpredictable sciences.
Here's hoping they'll be kept on a short leash.
That, madam, is most certainly the plan.
Order, please. And Major Sinan? Dr. Walker. You'd find this acceptable?
We trust the captain's judgment.
Then the matter is settled. We'll begin the process immediately. Today marks day one for the United Colonies Terramorph Management Division, making you three the founding members of the TMD. As befits such a group, the cabinet wanted to display its gratitude. Today, we will be adding three new Class 1 citizens to our ranks.
Class 1? For the three of us? Are you joking?
What he means to say is, thank you, ma'am.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
You all have earned it. Now, there's much to be done. Major Sinan, Dr. Walker, Dr. Walker, I hope you two are willing to continue your efforts, spearheading the TMD's research on Mars.
We'd be honored, ma'am. We'd be honored, ma'am.
As for you, Captain, the Vanguard will be providing much of the on-the-ground support for the TMD. As a member of both the Vanguard and the TMD, I believe you'll have your pick of duties. Speak to your commander. Tuala, if I recall correctly. He should be able to provide you with assignments going forward, plus help you collect the benefits that come with being named Class 1. On behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our sincerest gratitude. This meeting is adjourned.
Thanks for taking the time to talk. I wanted to ask you about the artifact you found on Vectera. When you pulled it from the rock, held it in your hands for the first time, how did you feel? No, I don't think you understand. I know about the visions, the light, and the music. How did you feel inside? What were your thoughts? Oh my goodness. That must have been terrifying. When it comes to the artifacts, it never ceases to amaze me how the science simply fails. If there is, the artifacts are doing a heck of a job hiding it. The artifacts are so different, so alien. And I'm certain one of them reached out and spoke to you. Quite the mystery. Agreed. Unfortunately, there's no way that I know of to reply. And believe me, I've been trying to gather data on the damn things for years. Oh, no, not at all. There's so much going on there. I can't afford to divert all of our resources. But I have classified the artifacts as a priority project. Not much, I'm afraid. All I have to show for my efforts are eyewitness accounts, scores of inconclusive metallurgical test results, and wild theories. No, that's not it at all. Solving a mystery like this, it's an explorer's dream. Believe me, they're all as driven as I am to find an answer. I knew I picked the right person for the job. Look, I wanted to thank you for taking the time to talk, and for keeping an open mind. And I also wanted to say, well, I'm pleased we're on this journey together. It's the best decision I've made in quite a long time. Something you need? It's all important. But if you want a direction, I'd grab Barrett first. He's not just an old friend. He's been all over the settled systems. Talk to you later.
Well, gotta say, this is a first. I've never had a Class 1 citizen in my ranks before. Congratulations, Captain. Congratulations, Captain. No need to thank me. No need to thank me. You brought this all on yourself. I've already gone ahead and processed your Class 1 benefits. All UC goods and services should now have a thanks for protecting the colonies discount. And the credits should be in your account now. But to get into your penthouse, you'll have to pay a visit to the Affilion Realty office. They should be able to grant you access. Just out the front door and across the embassies. Look for the Affilion sign. Higher-ups wanted to make sure you know how much they appreciate what you've done. But with all that squared, it's time to get you a new assignment. There are your standard Vanguard missions, putting those pilot skills to use defending UC space. Or you could help the TMD cleaning up terramorphs. Oh, and I got a request from Dr. Walker. Wanted your help collecting biological samples to keep an eye out for any new alien threats on the horizon. Any of those missions call to you? Suppose that's true. Well, we could remedy that right now. Here we go. Report says ships at these coordinates fired on United Colonies craft. You're clear to use lethal force if necessary. Attackers were ecliptic affiliates. So I'd bust out the big guns. Good hunting, Captain.
It's a buyer's market right now.
Good time to make a move. Well. If it isn't the United Colony's newest Class 1 citizen, you've made quite a name for yourself in New Atlantis. In fact, the higher-ups want to thank you for your dedicated service by giving you one of the nicest pieces of real estate in the city. It's a premium penthouse at the top of Mercury Tower. Best location in New Atlantis, in my professional opinion.
What do you say? It'll just take a second to get you registered as the owner.
Great.
You're in for a real treat. It's one of my favorite
apartments in the city. Okay, you're all set. Your new home's located in Mercury Tower in the residential district.
You'll love the place. It has a gorgeous floor plan
and an unbeatable view of the city. Now that you're an owner, I'm sure I'll be seeing you around town.
We have these jetpacks for a reason, you know.